Check 1, 2, y'all. Big Mike coming at you live and direct. Max City Limits Radio Show. Let's see here. Where should I begin? Shows that I'm cooking up. What's up, Brian Jenkins? Went ahead, got in contact with the player partner, Tony Maceo. And I don't know what happened to him today. I guess we were supposed to hook up tonight to get that going, man. Get that show going that you paid for, that you sponsored. But, Tony's a busy man. He is a husband and he's got a wife and children. So, things don't always flow smooth, man, when it comes to actually doing stuff on YouTube, man. Family come first. So it is what it is. We'll just go ahead and wait on the brother to get things straight on his end. And hopefully tomorrow or Sunday. Well, yeah, today is Saturday. Yeah, today is Saturday. No? Oh, man, I'm discombobulated, man. She was actually Friday night. Yeah, sometime Saturday, Sunday, hopefully it'll go ahead, it'll flow smooth, man. And I got a couple other player partners out there that want me to do some shows. I got a player partner that want me to go ahead and speak on some religious topics. I tend to not do those types of shows these days. I don't know why, because I'm doing something that's equally divisive, which is politics. But most of the time when I'm out here, man, I'm always trying to have the player partners, feel welcome, feel at home, man. And I don't really like to do divisive topics, man. Because when I get on that religion stuff, man, it gets divisive. It gets crazy, man. It gets crazy. Big Mike be showing his ass on that, man. And I do that a little bit on politics, man. But boy, let me put it to you this way. You ain't never seen somebody show their ass as much as the Mac when it comes to philosophy, metaphysics, and religion, bro. Oh no. So, but what the hell, man? You know what I mean? It is what it is. If you're not grown up enough to actually deal with what I'm going to go ahead and spit on that program, then, I'm going to give you a trigger warning, man. Don't listen to it. Don't listen to it. If you're really highly religious and you really can't stomach cats that think outside the box or color outside the lines, then this is not going to be the show for you, man. It's not going to be the show for you. But today we're going to go ahead, we're going to deal a little bit with religion on this one. Since I got a little bit of time to kill, since Tony is not available, I want to go ahead and preface. I want to go ahead and get out in front of the show that me and Tony are going to do, which is about black men with money being preyed upon by women, especially in particular black women. Yeah. Since, black women, that is, man, I know them. I know all women actually, man, but black women. I should know black women because, Big Mike is ghetto, Big Mike is hood, and that's what I've been dealing with. Ghetto hood broads, man. My mom's black, grandmama black, everybody black, right? So yeah, I have extensive knowledge on black women. So what we're gonna do here is I'm going to just put a little bug in your ear, man, when we talking about you gotta watch your step, you gotta watch your back, you gotta dot your I's and cross your T's when you're dealing with these broads out here, man. And I just want to get religious and philosophical. Do y'all mind? I'm going to get a little bit religious and philosophical, man. Because coming up, when I was studying up on the religions, man, being in Christianity, studying Jehovah's Witnesses and Seventh-day Adventists, Islam, and I was running the gambit, man. And one thing I always was coming in contact with in Christianity was how the church fathers had a very, very bad outlook. A very, very bad outlook on women. And this is before I got into the game. This is before I got into the ism. And I was thinking to myself, man, these dudes are some real douchebags. The way they talking about these women, man. I'm like, really? I mean, they must have been, I'm going to go ahead and borrow a line from the black women. I'm going to go ahead and borrow a line from them. I'm going to say, wow, who hurt you? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking when I'm hearing them popping their gums, talking crazy, talking smack about women. I'm like, bruh, I mean, somebody really must have did a number on them, because they don't have anything good or positive to say about women at all. Keep in mind, these are the church fathers. The church fathers. The cats that actually was putting this thing together. Putting the dogma together. Putting the doctrine together. Yeah. It was them. And then, every now and then I would mosey on over and I would study some of the Greek philosophers. And the Greek philosophers, they wasn't no better. They were just like, nah, women are trash. I'm like, wow, who hurt you? Who hurt you? I'm thinking, where is this coming from? Why are all the women of the world trash to the church fathers and the Greek philosophers, man? You know what I mean? So today I'm going to just read a couple of things from the Greek philosophers and the church fathers, right? Even though, like I said, I don't rock with the church. Not at all, not in the least. And you could probably go back to, like why did I have that concept of just thoroughly dismissing what they said about women? It's because, I mean, these were the same individuals that when they came over here to the New World, they enslaved black people, man. And in their doctrine, in their holy book, they were saying that it's perfectly permissible to own slaves. Yeah, slavery was endorsed and it was promoted in that good book, man. So, just me being a rational individual, I was like, well, I mean, what they saying about women, yeah, I mean, how true is that? How true can that be if they're endorsing and they're promoting slavery as well, right? But two things can be true at the same time, man. You can actually have a so-called holy book that speaks on things and that has truths in it, and it may also very well have falsehoods in it. So that's where we at when it comes to this so-called holy book that everybody named Mama want to claim is holy and infallible. So the first thing I want to read off, and hopefully y'all don't get too bored, man, but I just want to lay the groundwork, man. I want to lay the framework for the show that we're going to do sometime this weekend, man, to get you brothers to be on guard for the demonic thought processes of these broads out here, man. That's what I want you to do, okay? So the first quote we're going to go ahead and read is by Tertullian, the father of Latin Christianity. I repeat, Tertullian, the father of Latin Christianity. He writes, "In pain shall you bring forth children, woman, and you shall turn to your husband, and he shall rule over you. And do you not know that you are Eve? God's sentence hangs still over all your sex, and his punishment weighs down upon you. You are the devil's gateway." Let me rewind that. Tertullian says, you are the devil's gateway. You are she who first violated the forbidden tree and broke the law of God. It was you who coaxed your way around him whom the devil had not the force to attack. With what ease you shattered that image of God. Man, because of the death you merited, even the Son of God had to die. Woman, you are the gate to hell. Once again, Tertullian, father of Latin Christianity. Then let's go to Tertullian once again. This one's real short. This one's real concise. Tertullian states, woman, is a temple built over a sewer. Wow, Tertullian, who hurt you, bro? Who hurt you? Yeah, man. Yeah. Woman is a temple built over a sewer. That's not flattering at all. Not flattering indeed. No siree, Bob. Okay. Who else we have here? Let's go to St. Augustine. Yeah, St. Augustine, Bishop of Hippo Regius. Mr. Augustine writes, woman does not possess the image of God in herself, but only when taken together with the male who is her head, so that the whole substance is one image. But when she is assigned the role as helpmate, a function that pertains to her alone, then she is not the image of God. But as far as the woman is concerned, he is by himself alone the image of God, just as fully and completely as when he and the woman are joined together into one. St. Augustine. Of course, he is belittling the woman here. She is not made in the image of God. Thus speak of St. Augustine. What else we got here, man? Let's see. Let's go to St. Albertus Magnus. St. Albertus Magnus, Dominican theologian of the 13th century. Woman is a misbegotten man and has a faulty and defective nature in comparison to his. Therefore, she is unsure in herself. What she cannot get, she seeks to obtain through lying and diabolical deceptions. And so, to put it briefly, one must be on one's guard with every woman, as if she were a poisonous snake and the horned devil. Thus, in evil and perverse doings, woman is cleverer, that is, slyer than man. Her feelings drive women toward every evil, just as reason impels man toward all good. We might want to read that one again, man. Oh, yeah. God damn it, man. St. Albert, who hurt you, bro? Who hurt you? Yeah. Therefore, she is unsure in herself what she cannot get. She seeks to obtain through lying and diabolical deceptions. And so, to put it briefly, one must be on one's guard with every woman, as if she were a poisonous snake and the horned devil. Thus, in evil and perverse doings, women are cleverer, that is, slyer, than man. Her feelings drive women toward every evil, just as reason impels man towards all good. St. Albertus Magnus. Ooh, you gotta watch it, man. You gotta watch these broads out here, man. You gotta, these dudes out here, man, they thinking that just because they're the so-called weaker sex physically. Yeah, man, but when it comes to Jedi mind tricks, man, you dealing with a pro. You dealing with a pro, man, when it comes to the Jedi mind tricks, man. That's right. All right, let's go to another one. Oh, man, it's probably good that I don't have a female audience. Because they're not going to like this shit. No. Yeah, let's go to Thomas Aquinas. Or is it Aquinas? Doctor of the Church, 13th century. Mr. Aquinas. He writes, as regards the individual nature, woman is defective and misbegotten. For the active force in the male seed tends to the production of a perfect likeness in the masculine sex, while the production of women comes from a defect in the active force or from some material indisposition or even from some external influence. Make that what you will. There was a lot of gobbledygook in that. It was not flattering. Not in the least. No, woman is defective and misbegotten. She is incomplete. That's what Mr. Aquinas dictates. That's what he wrote. Doctor of the Church, 13th century. What did your boy Martin Luther, reformer of the church, state? Yeah, he's the reformer in 1483 to 1546. Yeah, the word in the works of God is quite clear that women were made either to be wives or prostitutes. That's pretty much it. She either going to be a wife, she's going to be subjected or subjugated under a man, under male authority, or she's going to be a harlot. That's pretty much it. There's no in between, I guess. All right. He doesn't have a good aspect or a good outlook on the female gender at all, so it would speak. So it would seem. Okay, now who is this player? I ain't never heard of this player right here. Mr. John Dodd, A Plain and Familiar Exposition of the Ten Commandments. The Puritan Guidebook, first published in 1603. Mr. John Dodd writes, even as the church must fear Christ Jesus, so must the wives also fear their husbands. And this inward fear must be shown by an outward meekness and lowliness in her speeches and carriage to her husband. For if there be not fear and reverence in the inferior, there can be no sound nor constant honor yielded to the superior. John Dodd. Okay, yeah, he basically writes, even as the church must fear Christ Jesus, so much the wife must fear her husband. And this inward fear must be shown by an outward meekness and lowliness in her speeches and her physical dealings, her carriage to her husband. For if there be not fear and reverence in the inferior, then there can be no sound nor constant honor yielded by the superior. Yep. Something that I've had to learn the hard way, being in the game. Shoot, yeah, you really gotta put the fear of God in these broads, man. Yeah, if you don't, they're gonna run over you, man. They're gonna run roughshod over you. I used to wonder, why do pimps have such a low, opinion of women? I just wonder that, man. I just wonder, why are they always doing things to rattle the broad, man, to scare her and just to make her feel less than what she actually is, man. And I get it now. I totally get it. Man. Yeah, once you have immersed yourself into the game, I mean, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You got to see it for yourself. So, Big Mike, what are you saying, man? You saying that we ought to abuse these women? And I'm not saying that. Not saying that at all, man. But what I am telling you, if you want to protect yourself, there's certain things that you're going to have to do. And some of these things, your conscience may not be okay with it. But if you want to survive out here dealing with these sharks, dealing with these Klingons, there's certain things that you're just going to have to do and you will not be able to ignore. So, Big Mike, are you saying that all women are devilish and demonic? And even though I'm not saying that, what I am saying is the majority of them are. And a lot of this is anecdotal evidence. It's anecdotal. All I can say is out of the 300-400 women that I've had close dealings with, check this out, man. When I'm dealing with the percentages of the women who I think were actually good women, they had a good heart. And I'm serious about that, man. I'm like, the women that actually had a good heart. What I mean by a good heart is they weren't selfish. Now, understand that, female nature is to be selfish. Now I understand that from a biological imperative. Since they are the weaker sex, there's certain things that they have to do to survive. Yeah, man. It requires a very good amount of being selfish. I understand that. So it's going to be rare that you actually meet a woman, man, who she is not putting herself above everything and above all others. Yeah, even her children. So let's say out of 400 women that I'm not, and I've dealt with a lot of women, man. I've dealt with a lot. Out of the 400 women that I have met, I've probably met 5, maybe 5 that I would actually say they were not selfish, they were not evil, they were not greedy. They actually put others before them. It's a pretty bad ratio. What is that? Like a 1%? Is that like a 1 percentile out of women that I've met? And y'all know me, man. I'm a sucker for a bitch, man. I've been known to go out there and, like I said, just be a total simp for a bitch, man, to try and help her avoid trouble. Try to make sure that she good. Yeah. Even though I know that most of their hearts are black and they have the spirit of what's that? The Jezebel spirit. Me being a righteous man and always stepping up and taking accountability for my actions, and that also means anyone who I feel that I'm in charge of, I typically have that cornball ass attitude of, well, it's my fault because she ain't acting right. That's on me. You know what I mean? I'm goofy like that, man. And so when I sit up here and I tell you, man, out of all the women that I've met, I mean, when I'm thinking who is really deserving of being taken care of, man, and being looked out for, a lot of them wasn't worth shit, man. I'm gonna just be honest with you. What I mean by that is, yeah, they wasn't worth shit because they didn't reciprocate. Even though I would go the extra mile to help them and make sure that they was good, they wasn't willing to do that for me. They just wasn't. Hence the reason why I guess these church fathers said that, hey, the woman is a temple built over a sewer. Yeah. Wow, who hurt you, bro? Who hurt you? Yeah, man. Very interesting, man. Very interesting. I'm just thinking about that, and I'm thinking if these men, these so-called learned scholars of theology, if they were saying these things, I know we might want to go ahead and perk our ears up and actually digest what they're saying so we can understand some things here, man. I mean, is it any wonder that, the so-called book of Genesis, it starts off with the woman fucking everything up? Yeah. Yeah. It is through her that Adam became a goofball. Yeah, just like a lot of dudes out here, man. Listening to a bitch run her mouth. Yeah, you let a woman put a battery in your back, and now you out there doing the most. You're doing dumb shit. Going beyond the call of duty. Yeah, man. That's right. Now, Big Mike, he used to go beyond the call of duty, but when I would go beyond the call of duty, only person that I would really be hurting would be myself. I wasn't about to run up on no other nigga and challenge another nigga, man, because what he may have said, what he may have done to a chick, man. I wasn't about to do that. I mean, I wasn't that brainwashed, man, by the punani, man. Because I always knew that, bitches be lying, man. They are the most deceitful, lying ass creatures that you ever want to meet, dog. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, that's right, man. And we're going to flesh that out in the show if Tony get back. And if not, I'll be forced to do it by myself. But believe you me, you will be speaking to a person who is an authority on the matter. an authority on the issue. But yeah, man, every time I went ahead and I rolled the dice because I felt that I was responsible for the well-being of this woman, man. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much put my neck on the chopping block to try and save a bit. Yeah, but I wasn't going out there. I wasn't attacking and talking crazy and threatening and assaulting the next nigga on the word of the bitch. I wasn't gonna do that. Nah, I wasn't gonna do that, man. So once again, if we're looking at the church fathers, if we're looking at the conventional wisdom of theology, if we're looking at the so-called holy scriptures, we're looking at the book of Genesis. Yeah, and y'all know me, man. You know, I'm not a Bible thumper, man. That book does not hold any sort of sway over how I get down in real life, man. But this is for y'all for the most part, because most of y'all really actually hold this book in high esteem, in high regard. So I'm just saying, you know, maybe you want to listen to the lessons therein, man. Yeah. The woman listened to the evil that was whispered in her ear, and she loved it. It got her woman parts tingling, man. She's like, ooh, drama. I gotta have more of that. Yeah. And then in doing that, you know, she went ahead and she drugged the man in with the bullshit, which is what these modern women are doing to y'all right now, man. Oh, they cannot wait to drag you into the bullshit. They can't wait to drag you into the pit of fire. Man, they get off on that shit, man. And trust me when I tell you, they getting off on it, and it's being done on purpose. Yeah, man, I've been privy to too much information and too many conversations with these broads, man, when they are willingly talking about setting niggas up and getting them done in, Jack. Yeah, man. With my own ears, I've been hearing it. And guess what? Big Mike ran block. And most of these niggas didn't deserve the blockage. They really didn't, because they hated my guts. They hated the fat nigga with money. They hated me, man. But I'm always true to the game, man. You know, I'm not going to allow nobody to come to their demise off the word of a foul ass bitch. I'm not going to let it happen, man. I'm not going to let it happen. So, we going too long here, man. I like to keep these joints 30 minutes and whatnot. So once again, be on the lookout. So many shows that I can be doing right now, man. But like I said, man, you know, yeah, I gotta bear with me, man. Just bear with me. I'm gonna get some things going. Might have a little something for you, a little something for somebody else. You know what I mean? But for right now, the first thing on the plate that got to get done is I got to take care of Brian Jenkins, man. Got to take care of Brian, man. So I would do the joint all by myself, but y'all know how I like to do it, man. Y'all know how I like to get down. I want to have Magneto on this one as well, because he brings a little bit of I don't know what we should call a bit of a more of a scholarly tinge to the things that we be discussing, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So once again, Big Mike, Almighty Triple XL, coming at y'all live and direct, Max City Limits Radio Show, and we out.